Big game coverage live from Los Angeles. Powered by AA Best Bail Bonds, Nearside App, Texas Cheer Liquor, and Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds.
Feeling better, Rob?
Rudy, as always. Yeah, I'm feeling much better.
Because what was that? Sunday night, we stayed up to about 12:30, but by the time you wind down, you don't fall asleep till 1-ish, and then we're right back up at 3.
Keep in mind that 12:30 here is 2:30 there, and 1-ish is...
Our clock is off, then all of that combined. So last night, we called it a night early, like the responsible radio host that we are.
Consider what we do for you.
Because trust me, it was tempting when Jason says, hey, guys, let's go hit a bar or two. And I'm looked at him, and then I looked at Rob, and then I looked at my watch. And I was like,
Jimenez seeking into a seat.
No, dude, Jimenez was he was in the twilight zone. Like he saw orb.
I love me some Mike Jimenez. He's a unique individual in many, many ways.
Uh-oh.
This morning it could have gotten.
What happened?
I could have. I chose not to. I chose not. I did not choose violence when I easily could have. See, Mike is tasked in the mornings, and it sucks.
It sucks for him. Jason knows how to party. Yes, AD, because he doesn't do a show till 4.
He doesn't. He gets sleep in. I remember those weeks.
Don't do that, AD.
The good old days, as 2 afternoon slobs are now waking up early in the morning. But and I understand that Jimenez also is not accustomed to the alarms that we have to live by.
No.
So we have to get up at 2:30 our time. I do, to be ready to get here to do the show. So that would be 4:30 y'all's time, and that's actually later than I get up at home. We're getting up a little bit later, but it is Super Bowl. So Mike has to drive us from our Airbnb to the convention center, which is a little over 9 miles. There is a direct route. He has now driven 5 times. He still doesn't know the way. I don't understand why he doesn't know the way. It is a right at Ralph's. It is a left at Popeyes. That's all you need to know. Doesn't matter that you're going from Pico to Figueroa. Just know when you see the Ralph's, you take a left. And when you see the Popeyes, you take a right at Ralph's and you take a left at Popeyes, and it will take you directly to where we need to be.
You know what though? And
so okay.
This is the thing, Rob. In defense to him, when you become reliant on GPS, you're not even paying attention to the landmarks. Okay. Now you're from that school.
Okay.
You're from that school
right.
where it's like you want to know where you're at and where you're going at all times. Like I've traveled with you 3 times now, and your recall of how to, where to, when to is phenomenal. Like it's on point. I'm not like
our generation.
I'm like Jimenez. Yeah, I'm like Jimenez. Like if I'm on my GPS, I don't really pay attention to the Popeyes or to the Ralphs.
All right, no, I agree with you. But he has that device in his possession.
He does.
And he's asking you. If you don't know the way, you're the driver.
He did it. He asked you 4 questions today on the way over here.
Okay, so that was just getting here. Now let's talk about getting out of our driveway.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about.
It's hard.
It's not easy.
It's not.
The way that we have to park, you have to pull into a gate, which every home in South Central has a gate. You pull into the gate that's at the driveway at the sidewalk, and you have to take an immediate left in from the turn in into the parking spot. On the right hand side, as you come into the driveway, is a cement wall and an iron fence that goes about 8 feet. That runs the entirety of this, I'd say, 65-foot driveway. We don't get the whole driveway. We just get part of it. We have to share because as the driveway goes down, there is another part too. There's another apartment. They have a way out. If you drive all the way through the driveway, you can exit there. But because there's been 2 cars there, we've been kind to the renters, and we've been kind of parking out of the way in case somebody needed to come and go. But to back out is not easy. It took him 4 minutes and I don't know, 5 tries to get out of the driveway.
It took him a while, but I was like, it's maybe because it's 3:30 in the morning.
I gave him that benefit of the doubt yesterday.
Yeah, it was a task.
And he got in, and he tried to get out. He tried to get out the wrong way to start things. He was starting to back out, and I turned. I said, "Dude, I don't think it's possible to back that direction without hitting something and getting out of the driveway. Now, you probably could, but it'll be inches forward, inches back, inches forward, inches back, which will take far more time than I want to risk because I have got to get to 7-Eleven this morning if I don't get any coffee." And the clock was ticking. So we're sitting in this car backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Let me try this again. backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards.
Rob was getting so
backwards,
irritated.
boom.
Yeah.
And I was trying. And
what was it?
He hit the wall. I don't know. And you know when you're with somebody who's getting frustrated but trying to hold it in, and it changes the electricity in the air. You could tell I was getting stressed. Mike knew that I was getting stressed.
Yeah,
and
I saw you look out the window. When I saw you looking out the window, scratching your head, I'm like, "Oh, Rob's mad."
Like, dude,
I was just sitting back. And then I already know, like, when you're driving other people that you don't normally drive with, you're already a little bit
tense. And I know the boss is sitting there, and I'm getting a little tense. But
yeah,
if it was my son, I'd said, "Get out." I just said, "All right, put it in park, man."
That's why I'm not getting behind the wheel. I don't need that stress in my life. I already got enough grace. The last thing I need is y'all mad at me because I can't get out the damn driveway.
I'm not asking him to do brain surgery. All we're talking about is backing a van out of a driveway.
It was like driver's ed school this morning. It was brutal. He's driving backwards for us. He's driving, Lenore, because Rob and I are trying to get dropped off in the front because parking here is 50, 60, some places $80. So we've been Ubering and we've been getting dropped off. So we don't spend. Who wants to spend 50? And there's no in and out on your 50. It's not like when we leave to go get Jason and Joe that they're gonna be like, okay, here's a wristband, come back and park again. No. So that's why he's driving us. And it's not like Jason and Joe are gonna get up and do it.
No.
So you have the rookie do it.
Right. And
that's natural, and he doesn't mind it.
I mean, it's a 20-minute round trip. It's not like it's an hour on the road.
It was a Ben Simmons free throw.
Oh, man.
For him getting out of the driveway. He didn't even want to shoot.
And again, in his defense, it is a large van.
It is a big
it's
minivan.
The first time he's had to drive it. And I can get over that.
And it's tight.
But, dude, you have made the drive back and forth from our house to this place at least 5 times. No, the way. I shouldn't have to concentrate on your job. You're driving. I'm not navigating.
The backing out, I will give you. Yeah. You should bust him up about that. Though I can't get home without GPS right now.
You've not driven yet. I'll give you that. You've been in the back seat. I don't expect you to know the way. He, on the other hand, has come several times. Like, dude, it is a right at Ralph's, a left at Popeyes. That's all you need to know. That you're not going to see another Ralph's. You're not going to see another Popeyes. Ralph's, Popeyes.
Do y'all hear the frustration?
Popeyes to Ralph's. Let me zone out. It's like when my wife is driving and she goes, "So I take this exit?" I'm like, "I don't know, where are we going?" And then we're right up on it. You got to make a decision. And we always invariably make the wrong one. And I'm like, "Honey, why didn't you ask me? You're driving. You either tell me you want me to navigate or let me zone out. Tell me I'm going to need you. I'm with you. But let me know. Don't come to me at the last second and go, "What are we doing?"
No, this is what my wife does. It drives me crazy. She'll have the GPS on her phone. I'm driving. Instead of keeping the damn GPS open, she goes to Facebook and Instagram. I'm coming up to exit. She ain't telling me anything.
Oh, yeah.
So then she's like, "You passed it." Yeah, because you worried about what your cousin's doing on Facebook. Leave the GPS open.
Why now you get my frustration.
I'm like, come on, babe. Like, you don't know how many times I pass exits because she just got to get a quick scroll in. You got to go look at some clothes. I'm like, just leave the GPS open. And then, you know what? Then she gets mad at me because I open my phone. I'm like, I just put it on my phone. I don't want your phone. If you got to scroll that bad, just scroll. I'll handle the directions.
I'd actually prefer you scrolling.
But yeah, the silence was deafening. The silence was loud. Excuse me. The silence was loud because Rob was clearly frustrated this morning.
But I got my coffee. And I'm a new man.
And we're good.
I'm a new man.
I got 3 5-hour energies.
So we are in good shape.
I'm not all natural, Carl. I'm sorry.
We have to.
Sorry. I don't know if I can be your friend.
No,
I'm
you're
not
good.
all natural. I'm good? Okay.